Hey collectors, Anthony from HatchersNet here, and today we're going to check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' best action giant Krang android body. As the ruler of Dimension X, Krang requires an android body suiting an Emperor. Inserting into the torso, Krang can control the limbs and gadgets from a single position. Already a tall figure, Krang can further enlarge his android body with himself inside to kaiju sized. And this is Best Action Krang Android Body XL. And if you can't figure out why he's XL, you're not looking to your back left there. Essentially, he is the twice over, well, technically 4 times over based on mass, of the standard figure size Krang here. But before we take a look at him, let's just take a look at his box. And it's a big box. Here's nice. And this is the original animated Krang, of course. So this is seriously retro here, which is why I wanted it. And it says Krang is a brain-like alien species from Dimension X. He was banished to Earth, where he joined up with Shredder on his mission to end the Turtles and conquer the city. Their shared headquarters are located in the Technodrome, Krang's Battle Fortress. And then it says it again in French and Spanish. Comes with all these weapons and stuff, which I'll show you in a sec. And nothing too special in the box, just literally a backdrop and the plastic was all in. So what did he come with? Well, he came with dual blasters, and the quality on these things are actually not too bad. So that's pretty neat. Although it looks like this one's a little bit bent. Nothing a hairdryer for a second or two wouldn't do. But of course they plug into his hand sockets, that little joint that I hate so much. At least these are thicker than the hands like from the Power Rangers figures. Also comes with an axe and a drill bit, and they're pretty decent looking. Camera may not zoom because they're shiny. And then of course he comes with a sword or a katana blade. Also plugs into the hand directly. So there's actually nothing that like his hands actually physically hold on to. And then of course here are the hands. These are what's on it by default. I switched them with the fists, as you see to the left there. But 5 fingers, a thumb. They have that wrist movement. And then, of course, Krang, he came packaged separately, and he had these tentacles attached to him, but you need to take out the tentacles and put them inside the torso. So, pulling up Krang here, this guy is a chunka, as Moose would say, so he's heavy. And to get Krang in and out, you just have to pop him, just pop him in, pop him out. It latches easy enough. And Krang is this big old ball of brain. So here's the sockets for the arms. It's too bad they didn't create it where they could just fold back or something. So now I have extra arms just flailing about. And then the inside, you see fake arms in there and a control panel for when he pilots the body. And he kind of just rests in there. So articulation wise, no up and down on the arms it seems, but he does have this little bit of whatever this is here, and he has this mid-arm swivel. He has elbow, but it's tight. You can see it's there, but it's very tight. I got it to move once when I was messing with it in the picture you saw at the beginning. Here we go. This one actually let me do it easier. It's 90 degrees. Legs, just very little. I mean, it's a huge robot body. Are you expecting anything too fancy? Knee movement, yep. A double jointed knee here and here. And then, of course, you see the middle piece of the knee here. And then his feet are also on a ball joint because they spin around. But then they also pivot in and out, as you can see from this piece here. So they do this. It's actually pretty easy, but I mean, he is bulky. Let's see what else. Here's some detail on the back. It's nifty. This thing, I probably wouldn't hold it by it for too long, but it definitely has a handle on the back. Ventilation. The head, typical head. It's down a ball joint and moves around. There's no substitution for the head, although I think if it'd be funny if I did tear the head off with Krang fit on top of it. No, not Krang wouldn't. I was like, oh, okay, that would be cool. Nope. Something for a future update. I won't buy it, but put a little socket inside Krang's tushy there so he can just put his head on to the android body. That would be hilarious. Anyway, this is the original Playmates version. Krang is independent, and he's squeezed in here, you see. He's just a little guy. I'm not going to pull him out because I'll lose him. So he just basically lives in there. And more or less, this is, I mean, we compare them. So, I mean, you could tell, like, just a lot more detail on this new one. This one got, like, a legit nose. Some guy got, like, a triangular nose. And, yeah, I really dig that. If we go to the back, so they try to emulate a lot of the design choices. A little bit more color, of course. Ventilation back there for Krang. No plastic window, though, so, like, this one has a plastic window, this one doesn't. So that is interesting. And rarely do I do this, but I figured I would show how the weapon's gone. And as I mentioned, and if you ever watch any of my Power Rangers videos, I hate having to pull these things off, but look at how chunky the bit is. So I'm not too worried about it being broken. Problem is, with the sword, it's kind of like difficult to get them in there because you have so little area to put it in. That's what she said. But yeah, it's decent enough. Let's see. Let's throw a gun on here. I don't think it matters which gun goes on which arm. But yeah, that looks kind of neat, right? Yeah. So I was like, do I have figures that are this big that I can compare to? Well, yeah, I have a couple. So to give you an idea of how big this guy really is, let's start with Wonder Woman. This is my HeroClix Wonder Woman. So still bigger than that. Now he's supposed to be 8 inches tall. And then, oh, here is Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron. There's your size difference right in the middle. That's pretty nifty. And if we were to compare him to a turtle, the turtle figures in the olden days were 4 inches, and you can see that is not wrong. It's a little bit taller than. Let's see if I can find a better way of doing this. Put him like this. Put him like this. And so he probably is 8 inches. I thought the turtle figures were 4 inches. Maybe they're a little taller than that, or maybe. Well, no, this Krang is actually much taller. Okay, so yeah, it seems right. 8 inches seems to be accurate, and definitely for like the scene you saw at the beginning of this video, having this larger Krang is certainly worth just the giggles. He's okay, and he definitely it makes it legit look like he is the larger version of this guy here. With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this item. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.